Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are building in Copperdale and we are building a rental property. Originally there's a house on this lot, which is actually a very pretty house, but I wanted to build my own version of a rental property. So we are building Hillside Retreat, which I know is very original. The original lot is actually called Hillside Haven, but I couldn't really think of a different name. So Hillside Retreat it is. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom rental property on a 30 by 20 lot, and it ends up coming out to be around 67,981 simoleons. I use 8 packs, which is a mixture of expansions and kits. So we have Growing Together, High School Years, Dream Home Decorator, Basement Treasures Kit, and Greenhouse Haven Kit. Those are the 2 new ones that I haven't used yet. Then we have Bathroom Clutter Kit, Everyday Clutter Kit, and Pastel Pop Kit. I know with this house, I wanted to incorporate a greenhouse, and we actually do that. We tuck it off to the side, which we'll get to here very shortly, but I'm just constructing the house and the floor plan, front porch area, and an upstairs balcony area as well, which will be off of the master. This is a back deck area. And originally I had a column there, and then I put like the, what pack is that from? Growing Together. I was looking at it and it's like growing together, but I decided to forego a column on the back part of the house there where the part of the house kind of overhangs. That actually is the 3rd bedroom as part of the house. Also, the living space is open air and a nice big landing area, which I put some board games on and stuff, and you have a great view of the pier in Copperdale and the water. It's very pretty. When we get to the screenshots, you'll just see how the lighting just comes through those windows, and it's really nice. Originally, I was using the High School Years windows, but I do swap those out because there was some weird glitching going on where, like, on the 2nd floor, in the hallway where the stairs come up, the window was like poking through the floor, and I didn't really care for that too much because it was basically right where your Sims would walk. And so we do swap those out. I end up using the Greenhouse Haven Kit windows because I thought that they were great. They still fit the overall style. I just did them in white. Yeah. Here we are constructing the greenhouse. I went for black frame, kind of to tie in with the black hardwood floor on like the porches and decks, and then also the railings. And I was originally going to put some brick path, and then I thought, you know what, that makes absolutely no sense because there really are no sidewalks or anything to this lot, so we do come back and just terrain paint some stone paths in between and around to the front. So I think that works out well. This is the overhanging balcony area, and this is where I swapped out the windows to give a better look to the house. And I was just admiring the view, kind of checking out what it actually looks like. So yeah, I had to make sure we had those perfect views, make sure I was facing the right way, and it just looks really nice when it's all said and done and all finished. We're putting together the kitchen now, which I used the Dream Home Decorator pack for the cabinets, and Growing Together for the refrigerator, stove, range hood. And I think that was pretty much it. Base game for a coffee maker, and just some little bits and bobs here and there, some clutter as well. We do have a fireplace, which goes all the way up through. I believe that's a High School Years couch, Growing Together rocking chair, and I do use the smaller piano, which we put off on the wall there. But I have to say, I really love how this house turned out. It's a very playable house. It's a very easy navigating floor plan, kind of open on the 1st floor. You have the kitchen on this side, living room on this side, stairwell in the center with a main entrance area, and then off to the one side becomes a dining room, which leads out to the back deck or back garden greenhouse area. Originally, I do put in a half wall to block off the bottom of the staircase there, but then later on, I put a railing on the steps and I take the half wall out. But there I am incorporating the piano in front of the beautiful double-story windows, and I use the Basement Treasures TV. Originally, I was going to try and fit a TV above the fireplace, like one of the wall mount TVs, but I thought that would be kind of too big and it would just take away from the main feature, which was the fireplace and the stone chimney. So we put off one of the more vintage style Basement Treasure Kits TV, because really, I mean, it's great to have the TV, but you're not going to be like, this is a rental home, so like you're not gonna really be watching TV, but I guess it's good to have. I did change the lighting briefly just to see how the lighting casts its shadow on the walls through the windows, and I have to say I was very satisfied with the result. The dining room is like a pinky blush color, which is kind of different, but like it doesn't really match the rest of the house, which is kind of like beiges and like neutral tones, but it's not like super bright pink, but I think it kind of complements it nicely with the rest of the wood tones. And yeah, this is the greenhouse. We are putting together the greenhouse now. I use a lot of the Greenhouse Haven kit items, or that came with the kit, to kind of fill that, and then some base game potted planters that you can actually plant in and grow things in. I'm just lighting up the greenhouse now with the new lights that came with it, which I think is great because they hang from the wall, which I think is really cool. I don't think we've ever gotten a light that actually like hangs from the wall like that. Usually they like hang from the ceiling, or you have like wall lights that kind of are very close to the wall, but these ones kind of hang off it. I would really like to see more lights like that. I think that would be really nice outside of just greenhouses. Over here, we do put some chairs, an umbrella, and then a barbecue grill. Originally, I put it up on the deck, and I thought, you know what, that doesn't really make much sense, because if your Sims are out there grilling, which you know very well, Sims will, because that's probably the first thing your Sims will do when they get to the slot is go and grill some hot dogs, and then they're going to serve it on that table out there with chairs. So having the grill nearby for that to take place is very important, I think. But yeah, you know what's going to happen. You know how Sims are with barbecue grills. It's kind of like how they are with computers. They just don't stop with making hot dogs or hamburgers or playing on the computer. Which, I mean, hey, I get it. I mean, I'm on the computer playing Sims all the time. So, you know, it's kind of the same. I mean, I don't really eat hot dogs, though. But I don't really care for hot dogs personally. They're kind of gross and salty, and yeah, not my thing. In some other news, though, in about, I guess, well, today being Sunday, 5 days until I go and see Taylor Swift. I'm going to see Taylor Swift on Friday, May 12th, 2023, in Philadelphia. And it'll be her Eras tour, and I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. I don't normally like talk about it, but I do listen to her music. I listen to a lot of different music, but I really love all of her albums. So I'm very excited to actually go see her in person. I'm going to try and get a video ready, but most of that next weekend I will be away, so there may or may not be a video next week. But like I said, I'm going to try and get one done during the week, some kind of build of some sort. I'm thinking either like a bubble tea or a thrift tea shop for San Sequoia, or I'm going to maybe try and do a new police station. I was looking at my Llama police station on the gallery, and a lot of people say that the jail cells are broken because I chose like one of the different colors. Like the jail cells come in a bunch of different colors, like white and silver and black. However, I think I might have used like black or something, but they don't function unless they're like the default original like base game color. They don't function on any of the other colors, which is actually the same for the investigation table in my police station as well. Like, it's just so weird how like you go to pick another color of something and then it just is non-functional, which I've seen in high school years with the loudspeaker. When you're building a high school, it doesn't count against the requirement for a loudspeaker unless it is the like base game color and not any of the other colors of the loudspeaker. So that's not the first time, but PlayStation would kind of be a pretty big build, I would think, because there's a lot that goes into it. You have jail cells, investigation table, and stuff like that, but I might do that in the future if I don't get to do that. So I think a thrifty shop is where I'm more leaning towards. I think that would be more fun to do. Or maybe just another house. I'm not really sure, but either way, it's going to be either the thrifty shop or some kind of build if I do manage to get something done in time. But yeah, I'm very excited. I've actually never been to a concert before in my life, like never. So this is the first time, and there's going to be like thousands of people there. So I really don't know what I'm going to think, but I really like Taylor Swift, and you know, her doing 44 songs for her Eras tour. That's like a very long show, but I was very fortunate and very lucky to be able to get tickets through Ticketmaster, despite that whole like debacle that I'm sure everybody knows about. So yeah, I'm very excited to go. I will be sharing some photos, maybe a few on Twitter, but most of them will be on my Instagram. So if you don't follow my Instagram, the link for my Instagram is in the video description below, along with like my Twitter page as well. So I will be pushing some photos to Instagram, probably not the whole concert, maybe more like afterwards, but I will probably do like some originally, and then as the concert goes on, I'll take some photos and stuff, but I probably won't publish while I'm enjoying the concert. But yeah, that's very exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. Just a huge fan. So yeah. Anyway, back to the build. So this is the master bathroom, and then off to the right there, we have the master bedroom, which I went for more like a turquoise color, if you will, and just some gold accents and black in the master bath. And we do change out the wallpaper and the flooring. I believe I use growing together wallpaper and flooring as well. I just went for a white and black theme in there. This is the hallway bath. It's just a toilet and a sink, very similar to downstairs. I actually borrowed the same fixtures, just no mirror involved there. And that is the master done. We're doing a second bedroom here, which is more of like a pinky bedroom. I geared it more towards like a girl, but it doesn't have to be. You can easily swap out some of the items and make it more masculine, but it really doesn't matter. You can really have anybody here. I used some pastel pop kit items as well throughout the build, including this cool bed, which is like blue, and I throw in a desk and a computer, and that's pretty much it for this bedroom. All the bedrooms are pretty simple. I think I just did like the minimum bed, dresser, mirror, maybe a desk, and just some other decorative pieces like pictures and stuff around, just to kind of make it feel a little bit lived in. But yeah, I really like how this house turned out. I love the floor plan, very playable house. I really like the area too. It's got great views, great light, lots of things to do in Copperdale. So yeah, it's different being a rental, but if you didn't want it to be a rental and you actually wanted to live here, you could place the build on this particular lot and then change the lot type from rental to just residential. So very easy to do if you actually wanted to live in this house and not rent it for probably, I don't know, probably thousands of simoleons a day. Because I know the original house was pushing almost 900 simoleons per day just to be able to rent it. And that was a pretty big house as well. So I think it's based on like the furnishing value. But yeah, so up here in the landing over the living room area, I do put some games, some board games, and a table. I didn't use the board game table just because I didn't really like how that looked for this particular build. But again, if you really wanted to play board games, if it doesn't work on that circular table there, you could just swap out for the game table with the Growing Together pack, and you should be able to play some board games on there. But anyway, I'm right now into the screenshot so you can see the outside of the house. This is the back of the house with the greenhouse. And then there's the patio area and the barbecue grill. And then this is just another shot of the greenhouse and the gardening area off to the side. This is inside the greenhouse. And again, you can plant in the base game planters that are scattered throughout on the left and right sides of the greenhouse. This is the first floor. And then we have the second floor up here, and you can see all the bedrooms, the bathrooms, very great layout, very easy to play in. And then we just kind of breeze through the rest of the house, seeing all of the areas up close and personal. You can see the great view. This is the kitchen. I kind of like the orange and brown theme going on there. It's kind of different. I wanted something different. So that's kind of where we went with that. This is the living room. I absolutely love this screenshot right here. It's just so pretty. You get so much light. And it just looks really nice. And then this is the piano, and this is the upstairs area, which looks down with the staircase. And then this is that like games landing area over the living room. And then we have all of the bedrooms. So you can find Hillside Retreat on the Simified gallery. My EA ID or my gallery ID is just TheSimified. And interestingly enough, after sharing this lot to the gallery, I found that I actually now have exactly 600 creations shared to the gallery, which is like insane. I mean, that is mostly builds, houses, community lots, occasional sim here or there, but generally it's mostly builds. So that is like a lot, old and new. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this speed build. Make sure to give a thumbs up if you haven't already. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I do thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.